I'm going to test some turkey loads, some factory ones, as well as one of my own. I've tested from about 25 yards or so. That's about the distance I killed my gobbler last year. So we've got, of course, one of my homemade ones here. Gauge number 5 shot, steel, 1 3/4 ounce, number 5s. We've got some Federal Premium turkey loads here. These are 10 gauge, 2 ounce, 4 shot lead, copper plated. I've got some 12 gauge Kent cartridge, Ultimate Diamond Shot, 3.5 inch, 2 1/4 ounce. They actually pass more lead into these than they did in the 10 gauge, but 10 gauge is a larger bore diameter. And I've got these heavy metal turkey, 1 1/4 ounce, 4 shot, 1450 feet per second. Non-toxic, so if I don't use them all up, I can use them for waterfowl. Anyway, the first test is going to be with my hand-loaded number 5 shot, 1 3/4 ounce, 10 gauge, what I killed a turkey with last year. As you can see here, this is an extremely deadly load. I've killed several turkeys with these. They work really good, and they're non-toxic. Now this next load is going to be Federal Premium Mag Shot turkey load, copper plated lead. Now that last one and this one are both being shot through a terror tube choke. Very, very thick, very sturdy, very tight choke. First thing I killed with this choke when I bought it was a turkey. So here we go. And here you see, it's also a very deadly pattern. This would also kill a turkey, no problem at all. Okay, I had forgotten how painful it was to the shoulder to shoot lead 10 gauge shells, because it's been a while. That one seriously hurt. Anyway, now we're going to use the Kent cartridge Diamond Shot, which is a fancy way of saying round lead shot. 2 1/4 ounce 5s. This is actually heavier than the 10 gauge lead load, and it's a lighter gun, so it's probably not going to be too fun to shoot. But let's see how it patterns. Ow, ow, ow. Of course, when you're actually shooting a turkey, you don't really think about what your shoulder feels like. Oh, well, look at this. This is a good pattern. This is a really good pattern. This would definitely kill a turkey, no doubt about it. The advantage to that is it's a lighter gun to pack into the woods. Okay, well, that last one was painful too, but not as bad as a 10 gauge. But anyway, this next one, oh yeah, the 10 gauge was shot through a Browning pump, BPS pump. The 12 gauge shell thus far was shot through a Stoger P350 pump, because that's the only one I can shoot 3.5-inch ones in. And it had the factory turkey choke that came with it, which is actually a really good choke. But now we're going to shoot heavy metal turkey, 1¼ ounce non-toxic shot, 4-shot, 1450 feet per second, so it clicks right along. And we're going to do this though with a Browning 12 gauge BPS pump and an improved modified choke, because you don't want to use a turkey choke with non-toxic shot unless it's a particularly soft variety, which this isn't. Here we go. Man, all these things kick. Maybe it's just me. Hadn't shot a gun for a few weeks. Well, I don't know. I don't think I'm very impressed. This is a lot wider pattern than I expected. Yeah, it would probably kill a turkey, but I'm kind of disappointed. You know, heavy metal shells for turkey are kind of expensive. $11 and something for 5 of them. Close to $3 a shell, but I don't know. I'm not really seeing. I mean, this would kill a turkey, but it's not as impressive as I expected. Okay, so to compare, here we go. This is the one that I just shot. 12 gauge heavy metal turkey, 25 yards. Now, if the bird was much further than 25 yards, I'd be worried about it. Of course, I could always hit the body, I guess. But normally you try to shoot for the head. And here's the Kent Diamond, the Kent lead shot turkey, 2¼ ounce. A very, very consistent looking pattern. This is the 10 gauge Federal turkey load, as shot through the Terror tube. It's not quite as evenly dispersed as the Kent, but it's actually got a pretty tight center, as you can see. And my hand-loaded steel 10 gauge shot. I have to say, you know, I almost prefer, I think I just about prefer my hand-loaded steel shot. And the only thing, of course, the lead shot that patterned the best was this Kent Diamond, at least the most steady. But these three, a 10 gauge hand-loaded one, which hit kind of high, and the Federal 10 gauge, and the Kent, these all patterned pretty good. They would all be good, a good headshot on a turkey, no doubt. The heavy metal is a little bit questionable. If you hit it right, if the head was right here, yeah, or right here, or right here. But if the head was right here, you know, you'd have to rely on these pellets hitting the body. So, but I will say this: the heavy metal will work good in a steel shot zone, and I can use them on ducks because it's non-toxic. So there's no loss there. I didn't waste my money. So I'm going to probably go with the Kent Diamond and my hand-loaded steel shot, I think. That's probably what I'm going to go with. But I'll take those two guns with me. And depending on the situation, I'll decide which one to use.